From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. They just got that play off. Now Rivers. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there of 22. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Rivers. And this is complete. It's Allen. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And the QB rating right now sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. But I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's the
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's get that ball. 49.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. CD, put on your OC cap here. What do? 2nd and 1, you get stuffed. Now 3rd and 1.
You know, in the old days, I would have said we're going to line up and we're going to run the same darn play and we're going to get it right. But nowadays, as tough as defenses are, I want some mobility. I want some movement, putting the ball in the hands of my quarterback and giving him a run-pass option.
Let's go.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Ready. Blue lady. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 49. Got you.
Winston now to throw on first down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Black 22. Hey, watch the slant. Green, triple team.
Winston on 3rd and 2. He's got Evans. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A familiar ring to that one. Winston to Evans for the Buccaneer first.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Watch the run.
On 3rd down, Winston. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at the 40. Rivers to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check. Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, Delta. Hey, orbit. 45. Mike, 45. I got it.
Rivers now. Got Gordon open, completes it. Give him 7 on the play, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Okay. Hey, Brown 80. Strong right.
3rd and long for Rivers. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
5 on the 50. Here we go.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Ready? Blue ready. 52 right here. 52. Watch twist, watch twist. 17. Watch twist. Shift. Hey, stop. Let's go. Short. Let him go.
From the gun, Winston. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Easy.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Ready? White 25.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Flip it. Two to Mike. Mike back two. Record. Check out. Hey, 5-0. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Even. Check 24. Where's that?
Working out of the gun, Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
5-0. Easy. Watch Mike. They're going to need some therapy after this. Hey, Mike 52. He's tired of you. He's tired of us. Mike 52. 5 on the 50. Go. 52's the Mike.
Here's Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Now Benjamin. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
3 down. Hey, check. Hey, check.
Rivers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Hey, box truck. Right there. Behind.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Rivers. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. He gets it away, and it's a laser. Headed for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Check.
On the jet sweep, this is Godwin. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Ready? 125. Come on, D. Get that quarterback.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
Ready? Black 22.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Jones, and he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Ready? Blue 80.
March 49.
I smell fear in that offense. Green, triple
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a gain of 35. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Easy. Topper!
Throwing, Rivers. He completes it to Henry. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
45.
Rivers now, a throw on first down, and caught by Henry. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Rivers again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Following the interception, Winston. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Wait. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Let's go.
Winston. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Kill. Flip it. Check. Lucky. Let's convert. Flip it. Let's go.
Jameis to throw it. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 36. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Come on out here. Come get some. Wait. Come get some. He don't want it. Switch. Hey, 5 on the 50. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up. Let's go.
Jameis again. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. But it's going to be 2nd down.
Ready?
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Defense, let's go. Hey, check. 5 on the 50. Check. 5 on the 50.
They'll throw again. Winston. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Charger drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at the 40.
Big stop, let's go. 5-0. Easy. Hey. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Come on. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. All you get is a headache. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Winston now. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Jameis now, just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Showing it. Hey, switch gears.
Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a 1st down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Throwing, Winston. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. And this is caught by Evans. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 14. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Jones. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll try again with Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's third and goal.
It's our time.
Wait. Mike 50, Mike 50. Hustle. We taking wins home. Mike's 50.
To throw, Winston. Flush to his right. Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
He'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be second and 12.
Block 11.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And that gets him a little room as he'll take this up over the 10-yard line. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a third and about 5.
Check round 80. Hey, round 80. White.
Kill. Check 50.
Here's Rivers. Open man, it's Allen. They give him a gain of 38.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into third and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Now their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. Now Gordon on first down. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a second and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3.
Check 9, X3. 218, chop it. Top.
Big Ed. Shift. Watch the shift.
Load it.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
Good. 390. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Rivers to throw it. And it's complete. Henry. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Rivers. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. Two-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Winston now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Mike 52, Mike 52. And even Slay.
From the gun, Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
52. 52's the mic.
Working out of the gun, Winston. This one complete to Scott Miller. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now Winston. And now he'll tuck it and run. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too, and you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Hey, let's get him converted. Double. Say.
Now Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
He's flipping. Crash. That's it. Hey, Mike 52. Easy. Hey. Man, that's trash. 5-2 is the mic.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. He may try and run for this. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. 4th down, Winston. He's got Evans. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Mike's 50. Ricky, ball. Here we go. 50.
Here's Winston. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Still yet to find the end zone. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position with all 3 timeouts. I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Squeeze, double. Take 4. Go for it. Pilot, 64, weak.
Rivers. And that'll be incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
45. Mike, 45. Hey, Rocket. 45 the Mike. Too low. Hey, Zoo. 45 the Mike. 45 the Mike. Behind.
Rivers to throw. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. Back to throw. He's got this one complete to Perriman. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
I know it was a completion, but probably not the best decision to throw the ball to the middle of the field here. No timeouts. Give a ton of credit to him making the catch and finding a way to get to the sideline and get out of bounds.
Ready. Watch 49. Wild Bill. Watch the shit. Watch the shit.
Here's Winston. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
It's going to be a 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Flip it, flip it, flip it. Let me go.
Now Winston. Being chased out left. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Let me go.
Now Winston on 4th down. He finds his target. It's Evans. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts.
Green, 17. 52, right 52. Watch the slap, watch the slap. Wait. Watch the edge. Easy. 52.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Yeah. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Wait.
Back to throw. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here, now a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the 2-point conversion to tie the ball game.
Jump, Green, 17. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Sit 1
The Charger drive about to get going. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Give them 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, exit. Red!
Here's Rivers. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. There on the coverage, knocking that one away, was Mike Edwards. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Check cross.
Hey, go Orange. Hey, Haywood.
45 to Mike.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Hey, check Mike 45. You can't block me. Room. Hey, I'm gonna go load it. Hey, check. Hey. High 7.
Now Rivers. Going deep here for Allen. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Allen. Keenan Allen with 1 second remaining. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.